I'm hoping, or everyone's hoping, that we stop counting already for the confirmed cases. So we're all praying and hoping that instead of keep counting numbers high, we're hoping and praying that counting down, decreasing the confirmed, and try the recover, and less deaths now, instead of rising, more every other day. I know, every other day, because if I check every day and then they don't update that fast. So yeah, that's mostly about here, and it's already you know kind of hot. It's more than like 100 degrees outside already during the daytime. So it's really hot, and it's really hot already. So back to in if you're in the Philippines, and if you're well, I know everyone knows, if you're from the Philippines, everyone see the news, or even in a Facebook page, or everyone shared about CBN franchise was already expired as this month. So that's mostly the talk about this time around. So they're mostly talking about it, and health also, because I'm one, I'm OFW too. So I kind of interested about giving my opinion about it. So hopefully, but they already have this the president in the Philippines, Duterte. He already suspend higher health premiums for OFWs, but we don't know if it's just suspended. It's not really like it's already no, no, we cannot do that. We cannot do put higher percentage on health for OFW. So that's why I would like, it's just a suspension. So how about if he gonna cut the suspension and gonna keep talking about it again, and he gonna ended up like, okay, I agree with, because it's already quiet, like, because now that's why they suspend, because um they all heard about the OFW. Like, I pay my health too, because I'm a dual citizen, so I pay my health too. So just in case I go home, like, I cannot use my insurance, but I doubt I can. I can do it. I can use it. So yeah, but that's the problem. Suspension only is not 100% that they would stop the plan to raise the premium pay for the OFW. So hopefully, and then the what do you call this? They have and then they, because they had a lot of people sign for a petition opposing increased OFW's health. So their rapper 300,000 signed online for the opposing increase. So that's why I think he suspended. But I can understand, because as I talking to one of my some of few of my classmates in Facebook just right now, we're talking about the Pogo, you know. Because that's, we don't know, like us in here, that we're not because all we heard is news, and it's news from the television, or in the internet, or in like in a Facebook, but we're not really see what's going on. But as experience, when I come home, like last year, this month, I'm glad we came home last year for my daughter graduation party. So I held it over there, and her birthday. So I noticed, when we stay in the condominium in Mall of Asia, nearby Mall of Asia, I noticed that they got a lot of Chinese uh, what do you call this, Chinese nationals. So, but I don't think that way, because I'm not, I don't know what's really going on. But as I talk, as I ask, as I keep thinking, why they're mostly renters here or owners is Chinese, and then it's because they work in a pogo. How to pronounce a pogo? So I like, okay, then my husband and I were talking about it, and he like, yeah, some of them pays tax and some of them don't, and the workers not even Filipino. So now I understand why they're more hatred. They're most of the people that really encountered, or they mostly have an opinion about it. So that's why I was commenting to my friends, my classmates comment about the pogo, and I said, all we can wish, or all we can you know um, do as as Filipino, to maybe to because we cannot tell them like, oh, because you're a Chinese or even the other nationals, you have to leave the country. But we can still have the power to like, like me, I keep watching, and like, what's going on, like why there are a lot of them living on one small condominium, and I notice they're all Chinese. And don't get me wrong, some of them are really, and not they don't know how to respect, like we're not like I don't know. That's I noticed, because I think there are a lot of them over there. But in the condominium where we stay when we come home. So yeah, so hopefully this the our administration, because we loved the administration this time around in our country, in the Philippines. So hopefully they really do something about it. They're not just being deaf, you know. I know we love all the countries. We try to respect all the decision that our administration was doing, but um, I think we have eyes and hearing and opinion to say something. So that's why I like, okay, so I understand, because all I know is, okay, they're bringing business to our country. So of course, if they're bringing business to our country, uh, we have the job, because you know they have to hire the Filipino a local people. So but I see, or as I through asking, through watching the news, because pogo is not really always on the news, maybe because I only heard about it when they have a problem, like like one of the shoot or news that they have their whatever, the girls that they're doing some prostitution. So that's mostly I heard it. So yeah, so hopefully our administration don't just be um what do you call that, being blind, or being, I know they're good administration, but hopefully we're not just being blind, or trying to be deaf, or no hearing, try to don't hear anything what's going on. Because what if, like, we don't have any more we don't have any more you know place that you can stay, that it's closer and it's convenient, because they're all covered, they're all the Chinese national already been taken, all the condominium and everything, like all mostly condominium owners, or renters in by Mall of Asia, it's mostly them. And then when I go to when we go for a week to Angeles or the Pampanga, and then there's like a long, they said that's this is the whole Korean area, or they call it Korean town, and all Korean restaurant. Okay, that's better. I mean, because I noticed when we go to the Korean restaurant, they're all Filipino workers. So it's good. It's good to know they will really hire Filipino workers because that's what we need. That's why we don't need to we if we have a job in the Philippines, we don't need to go to the other country to be you know made or have a issue about our boss. All the Filipino have a problem, so it's good and good to know. So yeah, but I was uh I was giving an opinion to our chat about the Pogo. I I kind because I my experience is different than maybe them. So I know the place that had they have a business license and they pay for tax, but who knows for the other places, because as far as I you know just remind me it just remind me what I talked to the lady that she is a janitress there, about it. And I was asking her where they work, because I was wondering why they're all Chinese, or they're all, because mostly Chinese and Korean, we sometimes we cannot tell anymore unless they talk, unless they start talking. So who's Korean or who's Chinese. So that's mostly it's hard already to you know which one is which. So yeah, so I was like, okay, so hopefully this one's gonna be back to, because I understand, it's really hard in the Philippines or even in the other country. There always have it's really hard to explain um the the situation of like the making money to, I don't know. 'Cause as because I'm Filipino, so I know how Filipino, do they bribe. They ask you money if you're doing something, like, and then they hit you like, oh, um, I'm leaving soon, so maybe if you just gonna tell them your little story about you, and they would hear about you going to the other country, and somehow my experience, I'm not pointing my fingers to anybody, but my experience is um they try to get money from you. So that's really sad. That's why sometimes you would say, like, I hope my country is not like that, because when you go to the other country, okay, my experience here in America, they're not like that. When you apply for paperwork, they go to the law, they go to the rules, they go by how much you have to pay, by how many days you wait for process, and then they would tell you, okay, it's if it extend another week, it's another week. You would hear from them in another week. So that's the one that we don't have in the Philippines. It comes to a government, you know, a government processing. I don't know about now, because I've been really like appreciate when I keep hearing about getting the passport read, get faster, and then I don't hear anything about bribing anymore, because as far as my cousins get their passport going to other countries, I don't hear that kind of problem. So I'm hoping they would stay that way. But back in my time, back in when I go back in 2000, that's relevant in our country, that you would be like scared to go to the government place to apply for something, and they know you're leaving the country. So guarantee one of those office there they're gonna get you money is because it happened to me. So yeah, so that's my experience that I never gonna forget. So that's why when I heard about the PhilHealth, they're increasing the fees, premium. Imagine if they gonna approve that right now, it just suspend. What happen if the suspension is over? And then they're gonna go through again. They're gonna tell us again, okay, we're gonna go through again about it and this and that. And it's 800 pesos, so it's 1,800 additional to monthly for the OFWs. And then it would happen like they have OFW like my friend or my classmate. She would like, oh, I live there. I'm just stay there for how many months. So what happened to that? The Because you already signed and you need to pay for 1,800, and then on top of that you're leaving. You're not even finishing your contract. Well, I know if you stay there for 3 months, so you have to pay 3 months 1,800 a month. So that's really sad. So I hope they stop doing that because um I know who's doing it, you know but um today, I heard in the news that they're trying to oppress that. So hopefully, I don't know what's gonna happen, but what is gonna happen is, you know they're just gonna have a problem. They're just gonna have all the debate, and you know for as far as today, I also read, and or I see it in the news about little bit of the news about the here in Nevada, about the COVID-19. But I don't know if it's really gonna happen too soon, but we're we're still hoping to at least stay until June, because you don't want to get sick, because the problem on the virus is if you don't get the symptoms right away, you have to wait for 15 days. So if you go start working and they have a, I don't know, it's just hard to explain, but we're hopefully this will really gonna end. And well, I have a little quote for today, and it's funny. It's funny quote about restaurant. They said, have you heard about the new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu. You get what you deserve. It's a karma. So so it's funny. But anyway, have a good night, guys, and thank you for tuning in. It's me, Ate Sel Bolondro. Good night. Bye.